So the next concept is batch management. Normally in the industries like pharmaceutical, chemical, laboratories, food processing industries, in this type of industries we are going to come across seeing the materials, the stocks of the materials handling in the batches. For example, the company has manufactured a bulk of the material, bulk stock of the materials. And for that bulk, they'll have one batch number, date of expiration, manufacturing date, production date, and on what parameter you need to accept that batch material, etc. So it means so far we are seeing creating a purchase order and creating a goods receipt, but we did not get any option to maintain the batch for any material. So what is the reason behind? Because the material is not subjected for the batch management. So during the client interaction, when we are in the implementation project, when we are going to interact with the customers, we need to inform them. So, or we need to gather the information which materials are subjected for batch management. The reason is once a material is created, you have done the purchase order, and if you have done the goods receipt without handling the batch management, afterwards, if you try to handle in the form of batches, the system will not accept. In the same way, for any material which is subjected for batch management and the stocks are maintained in inventory, if you want to deactivate the batch management for that material, we cannot. So it means for existing material, we cannot activate the batch management having the stocks, and for existing material having the stocks, we cannot deactivate the batch management. So this is very important. For example, I'll go to transaction code MM02 and we created one material T2001 material. In the select views, I'll select the view purchasing, enter the plan, enter. Now here you have in the purchasing view, there is an indicator called batch management. Now you activate it. You activate the indicator batch management and try to save it. The system will throw a message, batch management requirement cannot be changed. So it has again deactivated on its own. Even by forcefully, if you activate, if you try to save it, system will not. In the same way, for any material, if you have activated the batch management and the stocks are maintained under the batches, you cannot deactivate the indicator batch management. You have both ways. So what is a batch? So batch is defined as the subset of the total quantity of the material in stock, which is managed separately from other subset of the same material, is called a batch. A batch is defined as the subset of the total quantity of the material in stock, which is managed separately from other subset of the same material, is called a batch. And the batch management specifies how the materials and goods are handled in the form of batches with batch numbers. Now you created a purchase order, you are going to receive the material from the vendor. On what parameters you are going to receive the material? Based upon color, density, appearance, viscosity, pH scale, etc. So that business requirements are created in the form of a characteristics. Then these characteristics are maintained in the class. So class contains multiple characteristics. Then after that we maintain a sorted sequence depending upon the characteristics values, what we maintain for the characteristics, we'll maintain this sort sequence. So first we'll start with the creation of characteristics. CT04. So for example, I create color underscore batch underscore and I'll give my company code 2001. Whatever the characteristic you want to create, you can create, guys. Color underscore batch underscore 2001. Valid from. So click on create. In the basic data, description, status released, data type, character format, number of characters, and multiple. Next, click on values. So here I maintain the characteristic values. Enter the characteristic values for the characteristics. Save. Next, create class CL01. Class contains multiple characteristics. For example, I create a class underscore batch underscore 2001. You can define whatever the class you want, but class type is standard 023. 023. Click on create. In basic data, description and status for release. Click on characteristics. Enter the characteristics. Save. Next, create sort sequence. So depending upon the characteristic values only, we can maintain this. So the sort sequence is used to sort the characteristic values either in ascending order or descending order. CU70 transaction code sort underscore batch underscore 2001. Press enter. Description, status for list. Click on characteristics and maintain what are the characteristics we have created. Go for ascending or descending order. Press enter and save. Then after that we'll go for the configuration settings. SPRO, IMG, Logistic General, Batch Management, Batch Determination Batch, Condition Tables, Define Inventory Management Condition Tables, Create Condition Table for Batch Determination, Create Condition Table for Batch Determination. Here the condition table is created by taking the table number from 501 to 999. For example 982, press enter. Select the fields from field catalog like plant, store location, vendor, material. Click on generate. Do you want to generate the condition table? Click on yes. Click on local object. So condition table contains condition records. Group of this field circle condition record. Next, access sequences. Define inventory management access sequences. Press enter. Click on new entries. For example, I am creating Y000 access sequence batch MM. Press enter. Select the access sequence and click on accesses. So click on new entries. For example, enter the access number 10 and the table number. What are the table number I created? Next, strategy types. Define inventory management strategy type. Click on new entries, enter the strategy type, access sequence, access sequence, class, and sort sequence. Save. Batch search procedure definition. Define inventory management search procedure. New entries, so I'll enter search procedure, batch ML. Select the procedure and click on control data. So click on new entries, enter condition type or strategy type. Save. Next, batch search procedure definition, allocation and check activation. Allocate inventory management search procedure. Activate check. So here to the moment type 101, I'll maintain the search procedure what we created. Activate check batch. In the same way, so to whichever the moment type you want to go for that moment type. So I have maintained for 101, 501 and 201. That is, one is GR with reference to PO, without PO, and goods issue to cost center. So these are the background settings you need to perform. Now we'll see the execution part by creating a material master. So you need to create a new material master, guys. You cannot use the existing material master at all. In the select views, so as you know, the regular 5 views are basic data 1, purchasing, storage 1, storage to accounting 1. Apart from that, the extra view you need to select is classification. Extra view you need to select is classification. Enter plant and store location. Enter the description. In the classification, so here make sure that you need to get the class type 0 to 3, otherwise you select the class type from here 0 to 3. Then enter the class. Press enter. Select the characteristic values from the characteristics. Select the characteristic values from the characteristics. Go back. In the purchasing view, enter your purchasing group. Now you activate batch management. System will accept it because it's a new material. So far there is no inventory for this stock. Press enter. In general plant and storage now, normally shelf life data is maintained for the batch materials. D refers to day format. valuation class, price control, price net and the price. Metal is created. Now create batch search strategy MBC1. Create batch search strategy MBC1. Enter the condition type or strategy type Y001. Press enter. Enter plant, store location, vendor, valid to material. Valid to material. So now manually you can create a batch. The transaction code is MSC1N. Even it's not required also. At the time of creation of GR itself required, but you can create a batch manually. The transaction code is MSC1N is the transaction code. Material, plant and store location. Enter. So automatically the system displays the batch number. See here. Available from date of manufacture. When you press enter, you will get expiration date automatically. Click on classification. Select the characteristic values. Save. So like this you can create a batch. Or else it's not also required. Straight away you create PO and you can create a GR also. Like that also you can create. So enter the vendor. Oh, sorry. Actually, we created for a vendor is create GR, now in item details, see here, separately you got a tab called batch tab because the material is subject for batch management. So here you can enter the created batch number manually, and if you press enter, automatically expiration date, manufacturing date you will get. If you don't enter also, system will take automatically the next number. So this is a material you got from the vendor of quantity so and so, plant and show location, your order number, supplier, so what is the batch number, and select the characteristic value. Click on classification, select the characteristic value, whatever it is. Enter. Go back. Active item, okay. So next I'll do GR without PO. MB1C. Moment I find out one plant and store location. Press enter. Material and quantity. When I press enter, automatically you get the batch number. See here. Enter. See here you got the batch number. System is asking to enter date of production. Then again press enter. Select the characteristic value. Go back. Say, monitor stock overview. If you execute, the overall stock is 200 with one batch of 100 with another batch of 100. It specifically displays along with the batch numbers. In the same way, if you want to issue the goods, then create goods issue with the moment type 201. Enter cost center. Material. Enter the batch number. Same material. With the different batch. Same. Again, if you go back to stock overview MMBA, now see what happens. The overall stock is 150, out of which in one batch it is 80 and in another batch it is 70. So it's specifically the stock is reduced with respect to the batch number, and batch numbers are unique. Every time the system will create a new batch number. Suppose again if you create a PO, let's say this time in the GR will not enter the batch number. Again I will raise an order. We'll see. Then create a GR. Activate item. Okay. See guys, I'm not entering any batch. So click on check. Now see what happens. So creating the batch number and system is asking to enter date of production. So enter the date of manufacture or whatever it is. Expiration date. If you want to enter the expiration date as you wish, you can enter. Click on classification. Select the correct sheet. Again, if you go to stock query, you'll get another batch. So even if you perform the physical inventory, so wherever this material will go, the goods movement has been taken place, you need to maintain in the form of batches while you are receiving and while you are issuing the stocks of the materials. So the beginning itself, we need to decide which materials and goods are subjected for batch management. That is very important. Once it is created, you cannot activate batch management. So the next topic is special stocks and special procurement types.